Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is CPR week, and we have Doug Larue, EMS manager at Lima Memorial Health System here today to talk about CPR and what we could do to help save a life in the event of a cardiac arrest. So, firstly, can you please describe what may happen to someone experiencing cardiac arrest?
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, Chris. This is a very exciting topic for me, especially being involved in EMS. Basically, what sudden cardiac arrest is when blood flow stops to the heart. When that happens, blood flow doesn't get to the brain and to the other vital organs, which is what you actually need to survive.
All right. Well, Doug, I think that many of us feel that we're not really prepared or qualified to handle this situation. In fact, to take the steps to save someone's life. Now, can you actually walk us through those steps?
Yeah, it's actually very easy. There's two simple steps to remember. One is to activate EMS or call 911. The importance of that is getting the AED there. And then the other thing is to do hands-only CPR, which, is very simple. You basically are going to kneel on the side of the patient, one side or the other, push hard and fast. If you think of the song Staying Alive, that's kind of the analogy that you think of when you're doing chest compressions. You need to do the chest compressions at least 100 to 120 a minute at a depth of 2 to 2.5 inches.
Yeah, I have heard that before. They're, staying alive,
Yep.
Staying alive.
Absolutely.
So, good way to remember that. All right, now calling 911 is obviously something that we should do in any emergency situation, but why is it so important that we call 911 before performing CPR?
Activating 911 is so critical. Usually when a patient is suffering a sudden cardiac arrest, it's due to a heart abnormality or an abnormal heart rhythm. In order to restore a normal heart rhythm, you're going to need an AED. All of your EMS agencies and fire departments do have them, so it's important that you get them there.
All right. Now, while many of us may think of about CPR when saving a family member or a loved one, now I understand performing CPR as a bystander is just as important. Can you tell us more about the importance of a bystander of CPR?
I'll tell you, bystander CPR is so critical. When you see somebody collapse and go unresponsive, not breathing, and no pulse, we need to jump into action. I think this really came to light, when that NFL player, Damar Hamlin, collapsed on the field. Immediate CPR was started with the use of an AED, and he walked out, a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
So it's important our bystanders, do act. The importance of that is a scary statistic is each year 356,000 people suffer from out of hospital or sudden cardiac arrest. Bystander CPR can double or triple a patient's chance of survival, so it's critically important.
All right. Well, Doug, what important information do you hope that we take with us regarding CPR?
Oh, I'll tell you, I get goosebumps talking about this because we've had several cases where the patient has walked out of the hospital a week or two later. And if it wasn't due to early interventions, early CPR, the use of an AED, that wouldn't have happened for that patient. So we can make an impact. All of us can. I encourage everyone to contact their local fire and EMS agency. It only takes a few minutes to learn hands-only CPR, and that's really critical.
That is very true, Doug. Very true. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, don't go away because we have more when we return.